So I'm doing this really cool thing where I'm working on a project, but in addition to working on a project, I'm also just going to be putting out like loose stuff, and that's just to feed the people, and also to sort of like demonstrate different parts. So in terms of just like new singles, I think there'll definitely be a new song probably within the next couple of weeks or so, and that's just going to be just for the people. It's a really cool concept that I'm starting, and that's sort of going to be like a continuing thing. In terms of the next body of work, I'm continuing with the Know It's Real series, right? So early 2016, I dropped Know It's Real, Truth Be Told. And so there's going to be a second chapter coming to that. That's very unique. It's going to deal exclusively with like love and romance. I'm super excited for that because I've never seen that done before, right? Some rappers or singers of faith, like not a whole project dedicated to that, right? I know there's some artists who sort of like talk about it, or when they talk about love and romance, it's the cliche, oh, here's a song to my wife, and that's good, but I want to sort of talk about love and romance in its entirety, but obviously from a Christian perspective. So that's slated for early next year, early 2017. So that's definitely on the way. Yeah.
So yeah, you're part owner of Role Model, right?
So I'm on the business team in the sense that I help sort of like guide the company. It was started and still owned by Shola, but at this point I'm an artist, but I'm more than just an artist in the sense that I'm on the business team of the, I guess the technical term would be like the board of directors, even though the board is really like 3 people. But yeah, I'm fortunate enough to be an artist, but also sort of hold a leadership position in terms of how to actually structure the business and like what direction the company should go in. Yeah.
So what's next for Role Model?
Oh man, Role Model is growing, and I think anybody who's been paying attention to us will realize that. So we have a lot of mentors and a lot of friends in the industry who have really just sat us down and sort of given us constructive criticism and feedback. And so we're in the process of implementing a lot of those things, right? So one of the main things we were told was just consistently putting out good quality product, which is something that up until this point, I say up until 2014, admittedly so, we weren't really doing that. But I think anyone who's been paying attention to us since 2015 will acknowledge that, like, yeah, we're consistently putting out excellent material. So what's the next for Role Model Records? Drew is working on a new project that is freaking phenomenal, freaking amazing. Like, he's, I think, really gonna elevate the bar in terms of how to be in step, but yet not be a copy of what popular good music sounds like. I don't think there's anything or anybody who sounds like Drew in the industry. So he's got that project coming out. Juliet is a new artist who we signed as well, Juliet O, and she's got a real Lauryn Hill vibe, right? So she's jazzy neo soul. So we're definitely working on putting stuff together for her. So we signed her, and I've had a few people ask me, so like, what's going on with Juliet? You signed her, and then she hasn't really put out anything. I'm like, yeah, because these things take time. We're in the process of really crafting her sound, crafting her image, and making sure that when she hits, she hits. Like on her own. And then for me as well, as I mentioned, I'm working on the second part of the Know It's Real series that should come out next year. And there's also going to be like loose material for me. And I've also had the privilege of being on other songs for other artists, which I'm not going to say yet because I don't want to jinx it. But there are other songs that other friends of mine in the industry, I've had the opportunity of just like sprinkling my own little Shopé salsa on it. So I'm really excited for when those come out. So it's just really a matter of more music, more quality visuals, and more touring, right? So this has been a very busy year for me moving around, and people are just going to continue to see that from all of us. Yeah.
Dope. So are you looking to sign new artists?
At this point, well, I have to consult Shola, but we'll have a conversation. Like, we'll have a conversation. I can't say like, yeah, we're looking for this kind of sound right now, but we're definitely not opposed to it. You know what I mean? So if there's an individual who has certain qualities and skills that we deem that we think would fit nicely with us, we'll have that conversation and see if it leads to something.